Well, thank you. You know, I think you start with Dan Buckner, and he's a really tough matchup inside because inside he's mainly working on linebackers, and then we've taken James Kirkendall from an outside receiver and placed him in the spot where Jordan played last year, and he's done a heck of a job, and Jordan is doing a super job out at the split end, and John Charles is making plays for us at the sub B position. So you know, you got good players, and you try to move them around and put them where they can maximize their talents. And one of the things with Dan is he's a tough matchup against backers. The spot that James is playing has a lot of different flexibility. And in the place John's playing, there's a lot of runs after the catch. And so hopefully we've got him placed in a good spot.
At what point did you think Dan would be able to settle into that?
During camp, you know, we saw some of the same things in camp against backers. And in fact, the play that he made in the opening ball game, he made an exact same play with a backer running right with him and going up and taking the ball. So, you know, we felt like, but you never know until you get out there and the lights are on, the bands are in, you never know for sure. But we felt like that he would really be a good addition for us in there.
Some players say they don't remember a lot about last year's game. I know you as a coach remember probably every moment.
Try not to.
Will you just talk about kind of what you remember and when you knew it was slipping away?
Well, we started off, you know, really poorly. We got the ball on the -1 or 2, and we ended up with a safety. And then later in the first half, we threw an interception for a touchdown. And so, you know, we just started off really bad. We probably had more drops in that ball game than we had all year. And it seemed like every time we made a play, we had a holding call or something. So we were out of sync. I think it speaks to the character of the kids that we were able to come back and take the lead in the fourth quarter. Obviously, I remember, you know, Mal had a huge game. He had a double move takeoff for over 90, and he caught a slant for a touchdown. So, but you know, when you play a team that can score like they can score, that you're going to have to put up more points, and you're going to have to take care of the ball, and we didn't do that in that ball game. So we got ourselves in a hole we couldn't get out of.
I know there's a lot of new offensive faces for Tiger. How has the defense changed?
The defense is playing the same way. They play with a great motor. They don't do a lot of things schematically, and when you put a team on tape and you realize they're not doing a lot of different things, you know they can play fast. So they're playing fast. You know, their front, I think, is strong. They lost Williams at defensive end, you know, who was a great player. But their front again is strong. Whitlock is a heck of a player. Daniel Howard is an interesting guy. He'll play defensive end when they're in 4 down, then he'll be a linebacker in 3 down, and you know, he blitzes in different places, so you have to have your eyes on him. And then Williams, Marlon Williams, is their leading tackler. So you know, I see schematically very similar to last year, same intensity that they play with, and so you know, we'll have to play well. Well, we felt like that we'd finally got in sync. I thought the touchdown right before half was huge because we knew we were going to get the ball. We got a good field position, and we just felt like that, you know, we wanted to use the quick passing game, get the ball out of our hand. We liked the matchups that we had in that situation, and we were able to get back in rhythm. And I think we scored 3 touchdowns in the first 4 possessions of the second half.
Obviously a lot of talk about Trey Newton and how well he played. He played a style in high school that's pretty similar to what you guys run. Is that something recruiting-wise that you consider, not only the talent of the guy, but maybe the fact that he is familiar with the system he's going to run?
It plays a part. There's no doubt about it. And the fact how well we know Todd Dodge, who was his coach in high school. But he played a no-huddle system. He played in a system where he was called on to block in the passing game, run routes, and carry the ball from one back. And so we were not surprised at the way he played. He has really good vision. He runs under his pads well, and he's always been good in the passing game. So I think he'll continue to help us in that regard.
Is there something their defense did in particular? It seemed like they really slowed down the offense that was so fast the week before. And was there something you learned from that?
Something their defense did, or?
The offense didn't seem to have that same fast.
We didn't. We played fast. We used fast snap counts several different times. In fact, we scored on one and had it called back because we were too fast in a couple of spots. But it was I think they were playing hard. I think and we were mainly just a little bit out of sync was the problem.
Do you ever think about now, or did you at the time, what that loss cost that team last year, not going to the Big 12?
Well, you think back on every loss at the end of a season and where it came in the year and what it couldn't done, but that's gone, and we'll never get that one back. So hopefully we learn from it and we'll be able to move on.
Coach, has Trey Allen shown you enough on film to get him some more snaps right now?
Trey Allen did a good job the other night. We cross-trained him during fall camp, and he was really up in the first ball game as a defensive tackle more than as an offensive guard. And then we made a move where he's getting a little more time now offensively. He did a great job on the quick screen to John Childs, getting out flat and getting the linebacker knocked down. And so, we were very pleased with the way he played.